Hello everybody, my name is Psychotic Ramboob, and you should play Ni No Kuni. Now, this doesn't mean that you should go and watch an LP of Ni No Kuni, or watch somebody play Ni No Kuni. What I mean is that you should play Ni No Kuni. This is a game that does not translate as well as it should over an LP form. No matter how good the LP is, it does not capture how well designed the game actually is. I know that because I've watched a lot of Nintendo Capri Sun's LP of this game, and although I think that the Let's Play is very, very good, I also feel as though it does not properly capture how good the game actually is. And that's just because it's one of those games you really just need to play for yourself. The main points that I'm going to be going over, the first one is that the soundtrack for the game is absolutely phenomenal. It's orchestrated. It honestly sounds like a lot like the Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword soundtrack, but it's more orchestrated, it's more dynamic, and I feel as though it fits the mood of each area better. The overworld theme is absolutely phenomenal. The Motorland, or whatever the hell the main town's name is, that theme is absolutely, amazing. And there are so many other songs that I can say, hands down, without a doubt, are absolutely just beautifully written and capture the game atmosphere very, very well. Second of all, the game may seem intimidating at first. I know I thought the same thing, because I'd heard things about the final boss fight being ridiculously difficult, and that you needed to grind so much to play the game properly and stuff like that. But then I started up the game for the first time, and I saw that there was an option for difficulty, easy or normal. Now, basically every Let's Play is going to play on normal. It's not a question. But it says for the easy version of the game that the difficulty is catered to people who would like to know the story behind the game, as opposed to having challenging battles and stuff like that. Normal, they basically said, you will die a couple times. You will die, and we will pretty much guarantee this. And I have died. I died on the first enemy in the second dungeon of the game. Trust me. For the record, I've only played this game for about 3 to 4 hours overall, and I'm already recommending it to you. That is how good I think this game is. I think this game has a lot of potential, and I think it just all around is very, very well designed. The third point that I'm going to talk about is the side quests. The side quests don't really seem tedious or anything like that. Most of the side quests, from what I've seen, you can do by just wandering around the world aimlessly like you normally would, and wandering around the towns. Mind you, I've only been in the first town. I've seen a couple of the other side quests, and in all honesty, some of them seem pretty tedious, but you're not required by any means to actually go and do all of them. They give you nice little bonuses and incentives to do them, but you're not required in any way to do them, and they don't contribute to the story whatsoever. So, I mean, it's not a big deal if you aren't really into side quests and stuff like that. And the final boss fight isn't really any harder or easier if you do the side quests or not, because from what I've seen, they don't give experience. You can substitute the side quests for grinding if you'd like. Another point that I'd like to say is that all of the familiars, from what I've seen so far, seem to be very, very well designed. And I mean that they seem very balanced, in the sense that you're not going to get one that's ridiculously overpowered compared to the first thing that you get in the game, which is really, really weak. No, I don't feel like that. I feel as though the first few things you get in the game, yeah, they're a little bit weaker, but I didn't feel as though it made that much of a difference. However, again, I haven't played that much of the game so far, so I'm not really too sure if it ends up being one particular familiar is really, really overpowered compared to the rest of them. I'm really not too sure. Also, one last point. I just love the atmosphere that's created. The game is absolutely beautiful. It's got pretty much anime cutscenes, which look like they were made right out of an anime movie. And honestly, I feel as though this game, from what I've seen so far, you could make it into a movie. Keep in mind with this recommendation that I have not played that much of the game. I've only played 3 or 4 hours, but all I can think about for the last couple days is like, I want to play Ni No Kuni. I want to play Ni No Kuni. It's a very, very well done game. I don't believe it got the reception that it was expecting or that it deserved, and I would very much highly recommend picking up a copy. You can find one online or in stores for about $20 now, as opposed to like a year ago, a little over a year ago when the game came out, it was about $60. Either way, this game is definitely worth your money, and I highly recommend it to anybody who enjoys RPGs of any kind. Thank you very much for watching this recommendation review / thing, and I will see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.